I'm Julia Green, and this is my persuasive essay. I was a fat kid, or chubby as my parents like to put it to be kinder, but there's no getting around my 12-year-old love handles. I was fat. And most fat kids turn into fat adults, if not educated enough, which will only expand America's growing obesity rate. And who's to blame? I think the only ones responsible for a child's health are the parents. Some want to blame fast food companies, but no one is forcing their parents to drive their kids to McDonald's. Parents make choices that affect their children. Parents are the reason that their child's health is good or bad. It may not look like it now, but not too long ago, I was overweight and only 15 years old. And my parents were also overweight. Was it genetics or destiny that I had a BMI of 27.29? I'll be covering the childhood obesity rates and the causes and bring solutions to the pandemic. First, let's go over some statistics. According to the CDC, in the U.S., the percentage of children and adolescents affected by obesity has more than tripled since the 1970s. Data from 2015 to 2016 show that 1 in 5 school-aged children and young people aged 6 to 19 in the U.S. has obesity. And while some parents may want to blame anything and anyone other than themselves, like hormonal imbalances, the NCBI states that children become overweight and obese for a variety of reasons. The most common causes are genetic factors, lack of physical activity, unhealthy eating patterns, or a combination of these factors. Only in rare cases is being overweight caused by a medical condition such as hormonal problems. I'm not trying to wage war on struggling parents, but I don't think people see the complete repercussions of an unhealthy lifestyle starting from childhood. Being a bigger kid brings loads of health problems, social ostracization, low self-esteem, and is also associated with poor academic performance and lower quality of life experienced by the child. J.B. Schwimmer, a pediatrician, concluded that overweight and obese children were 4 times more likely to report having problems at school than their normal weight peers. Physically and medically, childhood obesity has been linked to numerous conditions. These conditions include, but are not limited to, fatty liver disease, sleep apnea, type 2 diabetes, asthma, cardiovascular disease, high cholesterol, gallstones, glucose intolerance, insulin resistance, skin conditions, menstrual abnormalities, impaired balance, and orthopedic problems. Until recently, many of the above health conditions have been only found in adults. Now they are extremely prevalent in obese children. When I was a kid, I was bullied all the time by the lucky kids with fast metabolisms or athletic abilities because I was chunkier than the average kid. It led to never having a healthy relationship with food, even to today. And I'm not a special case. Studies have shown a wide range of kids whose weight has affected their social life. Overweight and obese children are often teased and or bullied for their weight. They also face numerous other hardships, including negative stereotypes, discrimination, and social marginalization. Pediatrician in Cincinnati, Ohio, Meg H. Zeller, conducted research with her colleagues to see the correlation with suicide and childhood obesity, and the results were devastating. Studying children from 12 to 19, those who acknowledged their weight was a problem were significantly more likely to have suicidal/have suicidal idealization compared to their normal weight counterparts. This was consistent throughout gender and race demographics. But how are we to flatten the curve and save kids from a lifetime of struggling with their weight? I'm suggesting parents make lifestyle changes starting with themselves. Parents should eat healthy and do moderate exercise regularly in order to encourage healthy habits for their kids. Simple things like switching white bread and wheat and cutting out daily desserts will make a big impact. I know families are busy with school, work, kids' extracurriculars, etc., and fast food seems like the best option just to keep everyone fed on a busy day. But really, making a turkey sandwich takes just as much time as waiting in the McDonald's drive-thru. And it has to be the entire household. Otherwise, the child struggling with their weight will feel isolated and less motivated. Also, don't make it about the weight. If parents emphasize that their kid needs to lose weight, this will promote an unhealthy body image that can last a lifetime. Instead, make it about overall general health. Parents are responsible for their child's health, not fast food companies. If they want to give their child the best possible life, They need to feed them healthy foods and it starts with the parents themselves. Make choices for your child's sake. They learn what you teach them, and if they never learn to eat right, their quality of life only decreases.